we're defensive, aren't we, as human beings? I guess if somebody attacks our personality or whatever, we kind of defend ourselves.
Get that one there.
Always make believe.
Make sure no more come down on top of my head.
Yeah, you got a hard hat.
Oh.
Another low one.
There's some low one there and there. Dad, here. Here.
I help my dad.
Yeah.
He's in his 80s. He's got an allotment that's been in the family for years, and I help him out on a Tuesday and Thursday afternoon. Gets me out in the fresh air, and I love gardening, so it's really good fun.
You know, I got an allotment, so at the moment that's time putting that to bed, as it were. I enjoy football. You know, I support Swindon for my things, so I'm quite optimistic in life, and just love being by the sea now. Yeah.
Mostly it revolves around dog walking. Where I live, you can see there's quite a lot of countryside, and we've got the Tarka Trail right next door, and Bellstone and the woods over that way, and apart from that, just ordinary things. Sewing and knitting, all the winter projects are starting now as well.
Pottering about. I like pottering about with the house. I really have got into that. I let it go for years and years. I didn't do anything. You know, the house just went to rack and ruin. The gardens are overgrown. All I was interested in was the next drink. And so the whole place fell into disarray.
It's just changing your environment as to, you know, who you go and talk to, what you do, not be scared to make a change.
The journey's been pretty much all of my life. The journey started, the drinking journey, if you like, started when I was very young.
I always enjoyed drinking ever since I was, the first times I went out when I was a kid, sort of like 18, to the pub, and enjoyed the camaraderie and that in the pub. And
if you go to a wedding or a funeral, everybody's drinking. So you fit in. And Christmas time, you fit in. You can go out every single night and get drunk, because everybody else somewhere will be drunk. So you can always find a party.
And you feel you want the drink, but at the same time you're thinking, it's not going to do me any good, but you still drink it. And then one's not enough, two's not enough, then it gets three's not enough. So you just keep drinking and drinking, and it grabs hold of you.
And I realised then, after a while, I was not only doing that, I was drinking at home. I'd find any excuse to have a drink, and then it led to having White Lightning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It just won't leave you alone, and it's all day, every day, talking to you, like, oh, well, how much of that bottle of wine's left upstairs?
I mean, I would have a cigarette on the go, I'd have a drink, I'd light another cigarette before I'd finish the old cigarette. All this is going on. It's mayhem, absolute mayhem. But it was my mayhem, and I didn't care as long as I was drinking. And with all this, I'm dragging my health down, big style. But again, in denial. And then bang, heart attack.
So I was sent to the hospital, where I was told, after running tests and scans, that I didn't have hemochromatosis, but I did have early onset liver disease, and was at that time tipping into the levels of cirrhosis.
It was really tough when I was drinking that amount of alcohol. That was the reason why I decided that enough is enough, and I needed to change.
Probably other people were saying to me, you need to get some help, Steve. You know, you've got a problem, mate. You go, what do you know about it? But you have to, it comes a point when you've got to think in your the quietness of your own mind, they're right. You know, I've got a problem.
It does take one thing, I think, to stop drinking. I think it suddenly hits you. And I think what it hit me was when I lost my car. I took the car for the MOT, and then, as I usually did, at 10 o'clock, right, straight in the pub, have a few pints, and then I'd walk round Cirencester, sort of like on my own pub crawl, having drinks. And I'm not proud, but at night I went to pick the car up, and I went to the garage, and they said, "Oh, we turned you away, sir. We're full up." And then and then I thought, what garage did I take it to? And I couldn't remember what garage I took it to.
The most important thing I did was admit to myself that I had to do something about it. That was the most massive change of the whole lot, was me deciding that I had to do it. And then the second thing was going and doing something about it, putting it into action, putting the plan into action, that I had to change.
Then about 18 months ago, I just decided enough was enough, and I started going to Drinkwise Age Well. It was recommended to me to give it a go. Never heard of it before, didn't know what it was about.
They had a head office that I could ring, so that meant I could speak to somebody on the telephone, which is quite a nice bridge, speaking to another person about your problems on the phone without the face-to-face, and then being able to progress to a face-to-face with a one-to-one, and then feeling more confident and courage to go to a MAP meeting.
It's a good group because it concentrates on doing things other than drinking, and gives you ideas and helps people cope with life, as it were.
And they were so loving, caring, understanding. And I walked away not thinking that I was a complete and utter failure. I thought, I can do this with some support. But I used to go, and the lady I saw always used to make me feel better about myself. Always used to feel better when I walked away than what I did when I got to the meeting.
She had some sort of magic. She didn't say hardly anything. One of those great people that have a gift. She didn't actually need to do much. It was me. I was doing the work, and I think that's where her cleverness came in. She got me to do my own work. That's brilliant, isn't it? You know, that's clever. That's clever. She got me to do my own work.
You can go and see counselling, and you are talking to one person, and that one person can help you in a professional manner. But actually talking to people ground root in their day-to-day, trying to get through life, trying to get over stresses and problems, and doing it without a drink, but also appreciating that they've done the same thing in the past.
It used to be the shed full of empty bottles where I used to hide all my vodka bottles and wine bottles, and go down there for a secret drink without anybody knowing. No plants down there, nothing, no garden as such, no allotment as such. But now it's a proper allotment, and I enjoy my time down there now.
So when I got sober, that's when I started to look around and think, I can change this, I can make this right.
Being with people of like minds and having the same problems is the biggest help of all.
It's taken me a long time to realise that I'm a better person without drink, and I still find that hard to say, because I don't really think I'm a great person anyway, but not drinking has made me more understanding, more caring, able to do a lot more, enjoy life, and give back things that I've learnt through my mistakes.
And he said, "Oh, Martin, you'll be good at counselling." I said, no, I'm not a good talker. And he said, "You don't have to be a good talker, you've got to be a good listener." And I think that's one of my fortes, is that I am a good listener.
not just hearing one person's story, but each individual has got a different story, and you do get support and you relate, and that is the one thing that gets you through.
Christ, never look back, you know, never look back. I've never looked back. It's tough. It's a tough old job, but it's all worth it tenfold.